Why do problems seem bigger at midnight? Why do old memories return when the room is quiet? And why does the human mind often become its loudest just when we're trying to sleep? If you've ever found yourself trapped in an endless cycle of nighttime thoughts, you're not alone. Tonight, we'll uncover the real psychological reason why overthinking becomes so powerful after dark. During the day, most of us rarely notice how busy our minds truly are. From the moment we wake up, our attention is pulled in countless directions. Work demands our focus. Notifications interrupt our thoughts. Conversations fill our schedules. Social media constantly competes for our attention. The modern world is full of distractions. And while we often complain about these distractions, they serve an unexpected purpose. They keep us from hearing what is happening inside our own minds. But when the sun goes down, everything changes. The emails stop. The conversations end. The noise begins to fade. And suddenly, the thoughts we've been avoiding all day begin to surface. For many people, nighttime becomes the moment when the mind refuses to rest. The hidden psychology of nighttime overthinking. One of the biggest misconceptions about overthinking is the belief that it happens because something is wrong with us. People often tell themselves, "Why can't I just stop thinking? Why can't my brain relax? Why am I the only person dealing with this?" But the truth is far more comforting. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Human beings evolved to identify potential threats and solve problems. Thousands of years ago, this ability helped our ancestors survive. Those who constantly scanned their environment for danger were more likely to stay alive. The problem is that modern threats are very different. Instead of worrying about predators, we worry about careers, relationships, money, health, the future. And when the external world becomes quiet, the brain often uses that silence to revisit unresolved concerns. Why thoughts feel stronger at night? Have you ever noticed that a problem that feels overwhelming at 2 in the morning often seems manageable the next day? There is a reason for that. At night, the brain processes information differently. Fatigue reduces our ability to think objectively. Emotions become more influential. Minor concerns can suddenly appear much larger than they really are. A simple mistake from earlier in the day can feel like a major failure. An unanswered message can feel like rejection. A small uncertainty about the future can feel like a looming disaster. The facts haven't changed, but your emotional interpretation has. And because there are fewer distractions competing for your attention, those thoughts receive your full focus. Real-life examples. Imagine someone lying in bed after a difficult conversation. During the day, they were busy enough to move forward. But at night, the conversation returns. They replay every word. They imagine different outcomes. They wonder what they should have said. What started as a brief moment becomes an hour-long mental replay. Or consider someone worried about their future. Throughout the day, work and responsibilities keep them occupied. But once darkness arrives, the uncertainty becomes impossible to ignore. The mind begins asking questions without immediate answers. And because uncertainty feels uncomfortable, the brain keeps searching for solutions. Unfortunately, many of these solutions never arrive at midnight. Key insight. Perhaps the most important thing to understand is this. Overthinking after dark is not a sign of weakness. It is not proof that you are broken. And it does not mean that something is wrong with your mind. In many ways, it is a natural consequence of being human. The brain dislikes uncertainty. It seeks closure. It searches for patterns. And when the world becomes quiet, it often turns its attention inward. The real problem begins when we mistake every thought for a problem that needs immediate action. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your belief. And not every late-night conclusion deserves your trust. Conclusion. The next time you find yourself overthinking after dark, remember this. Your mind is not your enemy. It is simply doing what it was designed to do. The goal is not to eliminate thoughts. The goal is to understand them.